Today is Tuesday, which means that it's time for another live Q&A all about eBay and Amazon dropshipping. As always, I'm your host, Paul J Lipsky. Today, we are talking about New Year's resolutions. So I'm going to be talking to you about what my resolutions and goals were for 2020 and why I chose them and if I accomplished them. And I'll talk about how I'm going to be setting goals for 2021, like what actually works when it comes to goal setting. And I'll actually share with you what I'm up to, what I'm going to be up to in 2021, because there are some exciting things that I've been eager to share with you. And I think now is the best time to do that. Now is the time to finally reveal my plans. And I promise you, I'm not going to make any jokes today about how strange 2020 was, because we all know about that. All right, so if you're here, make sure to say hey in the live chat and let me know where in the world you are chiming in from. I am currently in Orlando, Florida, but usually I'm traveling around full time. So I see some of you guys are already here, like we have Betsy here saying Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Jason's here as well. So let's get into the content and then I'll talk with you guys and answer your questions. So I actually started 2020 feeling a little bit overwhelmed and stressed because I felt like I just had a lot going on. I was running multiple eBay stores on multiple different platforms like eBay and Amazon. Sorry, multiple dropshipping stores on multiple marketplaces like eBay and Amazon. And I was running this YouTube channel, another YouTube channel, and an Instagram account. It was a lot. So one of my primary biggest goals for 2020 was to really find a way to not be so stressed out and overwhelmed. So the first thing I wanted to do was just build up my team. I already had virtual assistants. I wanted to train them so that they could do more of the business without me being there. And I also wanted to hire some additional help. I wanted to hire a video editor for this YouTube channel, hire someone to run my Instagram account as well, so I didn't have to worry about that. And as strange as it sounds, I didn't really want my dropshipping businesses to grow all that much. They were in a good place, and I knew that every time there was growth, that I would have to be involved in that, and that was always more stress on me. Things were going great. I kind of just wanted things to stay the way they were. And that way, I would have more time between those two things to focus on my next project, the one I was most excited about for 2020, which was doing wholesale dropshipping. So the results of 2020, pretty much everything went as well as I expected it to, or even better than I expected it to, rather. Even despite of all the circumstances that happened in 2020. So I did build up my team. I now have a great video editor. I have someone running my Instagram account and all the VAs for dropshipping as well. And even though I didn't really want things to grow, things definitely grew in 2020, and that's because of the pandemic. We saw huge growth on all of the online businesses, and that's a good thing. I shouldn't have ever put myself in a mindset where I didn't want to grow. I think that was a mistake, but luckily the world had other plans and things did grow quite a bit in 2020. And while that did result in me delaying starting wholesale dropshipping, I did eventually get it off the ground. I learned how to do it. I saw success with it. And I taught it to you guys as well. I taught it to all my existing students for free. And that's like the ultimate goal. The primary goal was to gain this knowledge and then share it with all of you. So I think 2020 was a huge success in terms of my goals. There were some projects I started that I didn't see success with. I want to be totally transparent and honest about that. So for instance, one of them was I really wanted to start a coaching business. I'd done coaching in the past where I'd help people more one-on-one with their dropshipping businesses. And I really thought it would be awesome to do that again. The only way I saw to do that successfully would be to charge a lot more money than I had in the past. So I did some coaching this year and it went really well. The problem was time, the same problem I ran into before. I just didn't have time to devote to individuals and still have enough time to devote to my students as a whole in my courses and this YouTube channel and my own dropshipping. So that, I know if I put more time and effort into it, I could have developed a system by maybe having some of my best students be coaches, but ultimately I let that one drop so I could focus on more important things. And that kind of brings me to some of the other goals that I had for 2020. So one of them was, of course, to update the course because there was a lot of changes that happened on eBay in 2020, specifically when it comes to managed payments. I'm glad to say that all the updates to my courses are live and that all went well. I also had a goal to make better YouTube videos, and I think my videos are getting better. I've definitely had more views and more subscribers. But I also had these new habits I wanted to form in 2020 that I think made a huge difference to my success in 2020. Because I don't know if I said this already, but 2020 was the best year I've had so far when it comes to online businesses. So, and I think part of that was because of the pandemic, but also because I had my mind in the right place. So first, very important habit I wanted to form in 2020 was I didn't want to waste time on things that don't matter. That's literally what I have written in my journal. I journal every day. And at the front, it says, don't waste time on things that don't matter. Because I found that in 2019, I spent a lot of time on things that just did not move the needle forward. There's a lot of wasted time, a lot of wasted money, and a huge waste of opportunities. And this year, I really wanted to focus down on the most important stuff, which I believe was adding wholesale dropshipping in to my business and teaching it to you guys as well. You might have heard of this thing called the 80-20 principle, basically saying 80% of your results come from 20% of your effort. So you want to get rid of all the effort that isn't that 20% that's creating the results so that you can get more of the results that you want. So look that up, 80-20 principle, if you want to learn more about that. Basically, it comes down to doing more doing more by doing less. And that's what I tried to do this year, and I think I did that. I also developed and changed my mindset around making money. I think in the past, my mindset about money wasn't where I wanted it to be. I didn't have the right mindset about it. And I don't want to get too much into that because I know that can get like a little bit woo-woo and stuff like that. But I did read a really good book about it called Happy Pocket Full of Money. And that one, it's definitely not for everyone. But if you can kind of get through it and just kind of pull out of it what you can, the things I learned in that book, I think really helped me in 2020. So yeah. Another thing I didn't do in 2020 was read a lot. In 2020 and 2019, I read a lot of books. But at the end of the year, I felt like I had nothing to show for it. I felt like I just read just to check it off the list. And I felt like it didn't really get me anywhere. So 2020, I actually read less, but the few books I did read, I dove into a lot and really implemented them. And I think that made a huge difference. All right, so now I want to talk kind of about how I set my goals, because obviously I've done pretty well, been able to accomplish a lot of them. Now, the first thing I do is, as I mentioned before, I write down all my goals. This is my daily journal. This is actually, these lasting about 3 months. So this is the last one. You see it gets pretty beat up. And in there, I also do my goal setting. So that's a very important thing. You can read studies on this, that writing down your goals makes it much more likely that you're going to accomplish them. But the other thing that I want to talk about, there's plenty of videos out there about how to set goals, but I want to talk about this one thing I don't see a lot of people talking about, and it's made a huge difference for me in setting goals. And that's that my goals, I'm much more likely to accomplish them if they aren't outcome oriented. Because I found that I can't control the outcome. I can only control the actions that I take. So for instance, if I say I want to make $1 million next year, that is an outcome. And there's a lot that I can't control that would need to happen in order for me to make $1 million. But what I can control are the actions that I take. So I can say, I want to add another eBay store. I want to make sure my virtual assistants add X number of products every single day. I want to do this and this and this. Those are actions I can actually take every single day to reach my goals. So my goals are always more focused on what I can do to get what I want instead of having that outcome orientation for the goals. Try that, write them down, and I think you'll see that it makes your goals much more manageable because you're just focusing on what you can do and you're not feeling you're not feeling like upset when you aren't hitting your goals, even though they're really outside of your control. So really focus down more on the process. So what am I going to do for 2021? And guys, let me know in the comments what your goals are for 2021, whether they're about dropshipping, about health, about family, spirituality, whatever it is. I'm going to be talking about a few of those right here because I believe that they're all important to just having a holistic, great life. You know, it's no point in making a lot of money if you're not enjoying your life, or if you do it at the exclusion of connecting with people and connecting with family. But I want to get the big one out of the way, the big announcement, because I want to keep you guys waiting on this. This is my biggest goal for 2021, and I want to put it right at the front because exactly what I said before, I want to do more by doing less. So I really want to focus down on these key things that I'm going to be talking about, especially this first one, which is the thing I'm really excited to be working on in 2021, and that is Facebook Marketplace dropshipping. Now, I've already started this. I've already seen great success with it, and I'm really curious how far I can go with this because I see there's a lot of opportunity there. And I also want to be sharing about it here on YouTube. So definitely you'll see some videos about this as I make them and put them out. That's another part of this goal as well. Notice I'm not saying like I'm hoping to get like 100,000 more subscribers because of making these videos. My goal here is to make videos about Facebook dropshipping as I learn about it and to just do it myself. I don't have a monetary goal for that because there's a lot I can't control there. Now, the reason I'm so excited about this is I've loved dropshipping. I've been doing it for about 4 years now, and I've loved it that entire time. But I haven't been this excited about dropshipping in a while. Ever since I started doing Facebook dropshipping, I'm just really excited by it. There's a lot to love about it. It's great margins. It's just working. It's really cool. So I'm really excited about it, really eager to share it with you guys. I think you're really gonna love this. And it is actually, the reason I've done it is because this is actually the #1 request that I get from you guys over the past 3 months is to make videos about Facebook dropshipping. So I will definitely be doing that. Along that same line, like I mentioned before, I'm gonna carry forward those habits that really had a huge impact on 2020 for me. So don't waste time on things that don't matter and do more by doing less. Gonna continue doing those. I also wanna add another habit in here. And these habits, by the way, I write them at the front of my journals. And then every day I make sure that I did these things. So every day I ask myself, did I do anything today that was a waste of time? Like, did I work on making a logo for my eBay store, even though that doesn't matter? If you spend 6 hours on that, that is a waste of time. Things like that. Focus in on the things that actually will move the needle forward in your business. So I make sure I check on that every single day in my journal. But the other one I want to add in here is done is better than perfect. And I've heard this before, but I haven't really thought about it or implemented it in my life. I'm a little bit of a perfectionist. I just have this attitude where I want to know everything about a subject before I dive into it. That's why it took me like half a year to get into wholesale, even though I wanted to get into it sooner. That's why it's taken me longer to start Facebook dropshipping than I wanted to. It's because I wanted to understand it, but the only way to really understand it is to get in and actually do it. So done is better than perfect. And another example of this year in 2020, I started a TikTok account and it did really well, really fast. I gained like 50,000 followers in just like a month or two. And then I felt like a lot of pressure there. I felt like, whoa, I gotta make sure now all my TikToks are awesome. And I put too much pressure on myself and I stopped making them. And that was such a waste. So just get in front of the camera, record something. Done is better than perfect. And I'm also going to continue working on my relationship with money and my mindset around that. I do want to read more this year. I didn't do much of that, like I said, in 2020. And I also don't want to put too much pressure on myself this year or 2021 when it comes to reading. I think it's okay just to read for the sake of learning without really feeling like I have to learn something revolutionary that's going to impact my life. One book I'm reading that's right now that's really excellent, it's called A Million Miles in 1,000 Years by Donald Miller. And the book is all about how Donald Miller was exploring this idea of how his life kind of felt boring and meaningless, and he wanted to be more intentional about his life. And the way he described it was he wants to live a better story. Because a lot of people feel like their lives are boring compared to what they see on TV and movies. But what they don't understand is that, or even what I didn't understand, is that movies and TV, they're scripted out, right? There's a natural arc to this story. There's a beginning, a middle, and an end. And during that process, there's a character who wants something, and there's a challenge for him to get what he wants, and then he overcomes that challenge, and then there's a nice resolution at the end. And life just kind of doesn't work out that cleanly. You know, you might have these things that you want, and then you get them, but then there's something else that you want. There's never really that resolution at the end. So he kind of argues you kind of have to make that. You have to go out of your way to make your life interesting. You have to be more intentional about it. And there's this really cool part of the book where he talks about the things we really remember in our life are the crazy moments, the moments where we really go out of our way to do something special for ourselves, to really make that day stand out. So I don't really know how I'm going to incorporate this into 2021 or if I'm going to at all, but it's definitely something I want to think about going into the next year to see if I can maybe tell a better story about my life. Some other things I want to talk about real quick that I haven't talked about really to anyone besides Chad is in 2020, I felt fatigued a lot. I don't want to call it chronic fatigue. I don't know if that's like a medical term, but I felt fatigued a lot, really tired. And I don't know what has been wrong with me. I thought maybe weather, but I've been in various climates. I don't know. And I just kind of ignored it at first. I'm kind of the person that kind of ignores things like that, just kind of tries to toughen up about it. But it's become a problem, something I think I really have to look at and address. So I'm definitely going to be looking into why that might be happening. I've already started to do some research on it. I'm going to try some small stuff at first. Like I just got a new Apple Watch, so that's reminding me to stand up every hour, which is supposed to help with fatigue. I'm going to make sure I get outside and get my 30 minutes of sunlight every day, even though I think I was. And then I think maybe make sure I sleep better. And which is also something cool that because the watch can help with that. It'll remind me to put away my electronics an hour before sleep and just kind of relax. Maybe just read a Kindle, which doesn't have the blue light, and maybe I'll pick up meditation again. I don't know. So that's something I'm going to be exploring this year as well, because that has to change. That I need to not be so tired because I missed out on weeks sometimes just because my brain was in a fog. So that kind of sums it up. I think a good way to kind of sum up how I'm going to approach 21 is really more of a minimalistic approach. This past year, I've got rid of a lot of worldly possessions since I moved into our van. Now we're moving into a smaller van, and I'm getting rid of even more. Just trying to keep my life simpler so I can enjoy it more. And another kind of along those same veins, I felt like this year I spent way too much time in front of a screen. And I don't mean for work, I mean for entertainment. And I'm looking back on the past year, I'm not crazy about that. So I really want to minimize, is that the word I'm looking for? Minimize, that's the word I'm looking for. The amount of time I spend in front of my screen for that reason. And I'm gonna be doing some stuff around that, like I've made my phone black and white, so it's less exciting. I deleted a bunch of apps on there that I really don't need to be wasting time with. And I'm gonna make sure that the only thing next to my bed is this and not my phone at night. So hopefully that will help with that. All right, so that's all I got. Hopefully you guys can use kind of the things I taught you to set your own goals. Let's see who's here in the chat. Yeah, and we'll see who's here. All right. So we have Muhammad here. What's up? Thanks for being here. All right, Jason is about to enter managed payments. So that's going to be a pretty big change, but it's not that big of a deal. I moved into managed payments, like I said before, this year. And you know what? It worked out fine. It wasn't that big of a deal. Hey, what's up, Mike? Thanks for being here. What's up, Sean? Thanks for coming back from Long Island. Annie, how's it going? Thanks for being here again. Justin from Atlanta, I think. Thanks for coming back again. Fort Myers, haven't moved. Hey, what's up, Noah? If you haven't checked out Noah's YouTube channel, he also has a great YouTube channel talking about all things e-commerce. So check out his videos. Okay, Jackie's here. What's up, Jackie? Yesy. Hey, Paul, I got your course. I have made 2 sales, but it doesn't look that easy to sell on eBay. Keep selling, man. Keep listing products. It's not an overnight success thing. You know, you got to put in time. So what I mentioned before, you can't control the outcome. You got to just control what you do, the actions you take. So for instance, I can't control how many of you will actually push the thumbs up button on this video, but what I can control is I can remember to ask you guys to push or punch or slam or smash the thumbs up button down below. And if you don't like this video, you can go ahead and smash the thumbs down video twice. All right. Let's see. All right. Okay, in 2021, I'm almost sure I'll buy Paul's course. Thanks, German. Let's see. What's up, Maxine? Thanks for being here. Yep, spring will be here before you know it, once we get through the coldest months of the year. What's up, Julie? Thanks for coming back. Yeah, good strategy, always looking a couple months ahead. I haven't really read one in particular that I can remember, but the book I read all about setting goals was the 90-Day Year, I believe it's called. The 90-Day Year, I think it's called that. And it talks about it in there. And I'm sure there's a good Wikipedia article about it, quite honestly. Or the 3-month year, something like that. Oh, there we go. I haven't read that one. Maybe I'll make that one of my books this year. What's up, Robin? What's up, Joe in Pennsylvania? Okay. Yeah, I read Gary Vaynerchuk's books in 2019, or maybe 2018. Good books. Nice, congratulations. 16 years old and already sold 23 items. Congratulations. Let's see. Looking for some questions on here. Nice, Johnny, congratulations. So Annie wants to shed 5 more pounds. 2nd, invest in index funds. And 3, make money online full time. Great goals. I do invest in index funds. I was thinking about making a video about it, but I'm not sure if you guys would be interested in that because people sometimes ask me what my investments are, and I do not really invest in individual stocks, although I have a couple of them, and I just invest in index funds. And it's something I was pretty passionate about a few years ago before I started YouTube. Now the cool thing is that it just passively runs in the background and I don't even have to really worry about it too much. So maybe I'll make a video on that this year. Definitely want to diversify my videos a little bit this year, which is another goal I forgot to mention. But I don't know if I'm going to go into that, investing. I've done it before, looked into it, but I always look for like more unique things. Shopify is pretty saturated in terms of what people know. Cindy, yes, Facebook Marketplace is great to dropship. I started around Thanksgiving and already have $2,000 profit. Congratulations, Cindy. The only thing is you have to watch the supplier inventory. Cindy, there actually are some ways to semi-automate Facebook dropshipping that I've been discovering. So yeah, there's ways to do that. Sounds very Lean Six Sigma-esque. Um, thanks, Julie. Uh, yeah, it does. So this is like the major drawback about Facebook is that it does take longer to get paid. That is the major drawback. But one of the benefits I've noticed about selling on Facebook, I'm going to get into much more of this in future videos, is that it's so easy to just turn it on and off. So I was doing it before Christmas, doing really well. And then when Christmas, like the past few days, I just kind of wanted to take a break. So I just kind of turned it off. And it was super easy to do that. I'm still getting a few sales, but not that much. And yeah, so it's cool that you can just kind of leave and come back whenever you want. You can wait for your money to catch up and then start. So it's a much different platform to sell on than any of the other ones I experienced before. So that's one of the reasons it's been so exciting. So I've been selling on eBay, selling on Amazon, and Facebook's just different. It's really cool. It's much more like social selling is the way I'll describe it. Because you're talking with customers more. They're a lot friendlier. They're a lot easier to deal with. So it's different. And I like it. That's why I'm just kind of excited by it. What gave it away? What gave it away? Okay. Yeah, exactly. Or is this a video? I'll definitely be talking about this. I can, Jason, I've already heard this concern because I've had this concern myself, and there are ways to do this, at least for now. But the Facebook Marketplace is so still new, even though it's not new. It's been around for a while, but this is so new that it's still changing. But for right now, there are ways to get paid faster. I don't think people are saying there's a problem with it. I think the problem is that it does take longer to get paid. I would be humbled to be on the Iced Coffee Hour podcast. That's one of the few podcasts I listen to. I don't think I would make it on there, but I'd be humbled. I shouldn't say I wouldn't make it on there. Let's see. Cheap. What does that mean? Yes. So the competition isn't that great on Facebook either, which is great. For real life, nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I hope so too. I think I just need to pay more attention to it. I think part of the problem was also that 2020 just kind of was very unexpected, right? None of us could have expected it. So I went in kind of hoping to have an easier year, and then things went crazy. And with so many more people online, shopping online, watching videos online, all of it, I think I was working a lot harder than I thought because there was such an opportunity, right? There was such an opportunity in 2020 to make a lot of money. And I felt like every minute I wasn't doing that was such a waste. Like in the past, I knew that if I didn't work one day, there would be money I'd be losing out on. But in 2020, I felt like that was amplified even more. And I heard this from a lot of people in different industries that were positively impacted by the pandemic because of online shopping, and I heard the same thing. Like my sister-in-law, she is in commerce, and she said the same thing. They've just been working nonstop because the demand is just so high. You just don't want to sleep on an opportunity like that. I think that might have been part of the problem. Thank you. Is this Ryan? Is that you, Ryan? Hey, what's up? Oh, that is Ryan. This is my video editor. That could be it too. I might just be getting older. But then I see someone like my dad. So my dad is in his 60s, and he's going skiing every weekend. He runs every morning. He's just like so much energy, that guy. You're one of those extreme couponers. Nothing wrong with that. Okay. What's up, Patricia? I don't think Noah's in St. Pete. I could be wrong though. Hey, what's up, Ronald? Nice. Oh, I gotta check out Libby. Yeah, so eBay and Amazon dropshipping, they both still work, continue to do them because they're like the bread and butter. But like I said, I'm just kind of excited by new things and diversifying. Nice. So Eda says, or Ida says, I got your Amazon course a month ago. Let me move this over. And we'll be interviewing with Amazon on January 1st. After that, I'll start your course. So excited. Yeah. So when you first join Amazon, they started doing this in the past year. They want to interview people to make sure that they're real. It's just a very quick thing. It's not like a job interview. They just want to make sure that your face matches your ID and all of that, and then they'll let you start selling. So that's something that I've added to the course because that's an update. Not really a big deal. Oh, cool. Good suggestion, Jenny. Thank you. Got my eBay account suspended, just got an email. What is the next step? So, Albert, there's a few different reasons your account might have been suspended. If you can, reach out to them and try to find out why it was suspended. A lot of times they just need to verify your identity, verify who you are, and then they release that suspension. But there are circumstances when it might be a permanent thing. And that might be for, again, a number of reasons. Without looking over your shoulder, I don't know what it could be. So, but just some examples, if you're trying to set up an account on ebay.com and you live in another country and you don't have like a social security number, you're not a US citizen, then that could be a reason. Those kind of things eBay doesn't like. It kind of looks a little bit fishy to them. If you had a VPN on when you create your eBay account, that looks fishy to them as well. They might shut down your account. What's the wheel strategy? There you go. This guy knows YouTube. So you can look at your try to run promoted listings and see what happens, but also realize that right before Christmas, sales go up, and then 2 weeks before Christmas, a week and a half before Christmas, they drop down because of your shipping and handling times. People don't expect their items to arrive by Christmas, so they're not going to be purchasing from you. They'll purchase from someone else or go to a store to purchase. And then we're kind of in this lull until we go into January, and then things will start to go back to normal. People are going to need winter stuff soon, and then they're going to need spring stuff and Valentine's Day stuff, so things will pick back up, but this is kind of a lull period. I do stocks, Webull, M4, and Acorn. So yeah, I've looked at them. I had a Robinhood. I also do have very little cryptocurrency, and but not very much. I don't like to invest in things that I don't understand, and I don't quite honestly understand cryptocurrency. I'm sure I could figure it out and really understand it if I spent the time doing that. But I've kind of thought in my head, well, I could spend this much time learning cryptocurrency, maybe it would work for me. Or I could devote that same amount of time to my existing businesses that I know work, that have already worked, and that I know I'll get results with if I put time and money and effort into them. So I choose the more guaranteed path. But funny story about cryptocurrency, maybe I should make an investing video of what not to do. So one of the things that all the investors, like the people you should be following, tell you to do is, if everyone else is investing in something, it's usually a bad time to invest in it. So when everyone else is talking about Bitcoin or Tesla stock, that's usually not a good time to invest, because then it's usually some sort of bubble that will just go back down. Generally, I've been pretty good about following that advice. But when I was working my 9-to-5 job and looking for different ways to get out of it, I think it was in 2017 maybe, when I was just starting dropshipping, one of my coworkers came in every day talking about cryptocurrency. Now the next best thing would be Litecoin. Litecoin. It's like an alternative to Bitcoin. So he said, you gotta buy Litecoin. You gotta buy Litecoin. So I was like, okay. Finally one day I said, okay, I'll buy one Litecoin. So I bought one Litecoin. It's about $250. That was the highest it ever was. It went down the next week and never went back up. So that was a good lesson to learn, right? About what not to do. Just don't do something because everyone else is doing it. And second, don't get investing advice from, yeah, he's my coworker and he's a great guy, but be careful who you get investing advice from. Yeah, exactly. So I know these things work. I know that you can see success with them. I met this guy a couple of months ago, and that's what he does full time. He travels full time around the world, just his backpack, and he trades stock, not day trading. He does swing trading, but yeah, but it took him a long time to learn it. He said most people just jump in and don't do well with it at all. I've never been scammed by online jobs, because what you do is you don't pay any freelancers until they actually complete the work. Get on an interview with them. Ideally, at least voice, if not video call. This is for hiring virtual assistants, by the way. You can hire from Upwork or online jobs. I prefer online jobs. It's cheaper and you're working directly with them. But with Upwork, it tends to be a little bit more expensive. But I've never been scammed, right? Because I do the interview, I give them a test job, I don't pay them till after the work is done, and I don't give them like access to my eBay account right away. I give them access to things that don't matter, that they can't mess up, and I have them do a little bit, I check their work, have them do a little more, check their work, or yeah, and that's it. So that way I don't run into a situation where I am scammed. Yes to index funds. I don't think it's available on live streams. I'm sorry. Yeah. Yeah, those who really put the time in, a lot of people saw amazing results this year. That's a great goal. It's really a game changer if you get it down right. Yeah, I don't know how to do, I don't know if it's possible on live streams. Does our course include dropshipping via Facebook Marketplace? I'm not sure what you mean by the our course, but no, I don't have any courses about Facebook dropshipping, Facebook Marketplace dropshipping. Maxine says easier to list on Facebook too. I've actually found it to be more time consuming, because there's no automation software really for that. Well, there sort of is that I've been looking at, but for the most part, no, I found it actually takes a little bit longer, the actual process of it. All right. I'm looking for a credit card for dropshipping purposes. My concern is about the credit limit. Do you have any advice on what to ask for? To ask for the highest you can get. Like I would start out asking for 20 grand. I have the Capital One Spark cards. I think they're great, and new sellers can get them. Most big businesses will tell you Amex cards are the best because they give you such high limits, and that's true. But for most beginners, what you get with the Spark cards is more than enough, and it's easier to get than Amex. And that's all I use. I never had an Amex, and I'm very happy with my Spark card. And I have some other ones like the Walmart card, Amazon card. Those are ones that are issued by Amazon and Walmart, and they give you additional benefits. Okay. I actually was working on one of the YouTube videos today, so. Okay. Maybe I will. Okay. It'd just be a pretty boring video because I'm not talking about individual stocks and stuff. If you want to grow your YouTube channel, I would suggest this guy, I might have to hire him as a YouTube consultant. He says, I want to give you, if you want to grow on YouTube, I would suggest making videos about side hustles and passive income, because those are things people are really interested in. Yeah, that's actually, I mean, that is what I talk about a lot on this channel. I just kind of focused in on the niche of drop shipping, not on Shopify. So Amazon, eBay, and now Facebook. And sometimes I do some other passive income things as well, kind of have fun with it. So a couple weeks I talked about how to flip Oreos online. Another time I made a video here. This is a pretty cool one about how to make money by every time you get robocalls. That was a really cool video. So you guys might want to check that out, that video. A really cool guy who's actually making money every time robocallers called him. So that was pretty cool. And I have some other things on here about flipping other products that I have other people come on and talk about. What? Worst thing I ever heard in your course, Paul, was when you said push the $5 fee off on your VA manager to pay the other $8. Oh no, I think so. I know what you're saying. That would hurt my heart too, but that's not what I meant. So what Jay's talking about is when you pay your virtual assistants over PayPal, because they live in another country, a lot of times you'll get hit, even if you pay via friends and family, you get hit with a $5 fee. So if you don't pay via friends and family, then if I pay $100, that's all that comes out of my account, but then the virtual assistant will get less. So I always do friends and family, so they get the full 100 after whatever it is converted in their currency. But every time I do that, PayPal charges me $5 for that. So I said one workaround for that is, let's say you have 8 virtual assistants, and they're all supposed to make $100. I would send one virtual assistant $800, and I would only get charged the $5 fee once, and then she would send the $100 to the other VAs. But I'm not passing off the $5 fee to her because she is in the same currency. There wouldn't be that $5 charge. So that is what I meant. But I don't actually even do that. That was just an idea that I tried before, but it's just too complicated, too messy. I just pay my virtual assistants directly myself. That's it. All right, cool. Maybe I'll make it then. You could. That is definitely a strategy. So these are called stealth accounts. Stealth because you have your main account, and completely separate from that account is another account. Because normally if you create 2 accounts on eBay, eBay's able to know that you own both of them. They look at things like your IP address, your cookies, your name, your address, different things like that, and they link the 2 accounts together. So if you wanted to be safe in case something happens to your main account, you could have this stealth account running. You don't need to have it on another computer. You could just have an additional person, as I call it, on Chrome, and have an IP address for that Chrome, which you can get through IP Burger. But everything has to be separate. You need a new name, a new address, a new phone number, a new email, all of that, and you can't mess it up. Otherwise, the 2 will get linked together. I had sold on Facebook, but I had canceled, I think you meant, many orders because they were out of stock on Walmart or Amazon. So yeah, you gotta make sure you have some software in there that's alerting you when the prices of the items change, which yeah, you can definitely do. And the other thing I found is that Yeah, we were also finding we were just deleting some old listings because we just found that newer listings were selling faster as well. Maybe I'd hire 2 consultants for YouTube. uh, oh, thank you. I will. Somebody gave me a super chat the other day, and he did get pretty spoiled for Christmas because of all the super chats. So he got a toy that makes a loud roaring noise. It's like a bear. And he got this little ball, like a mini tennis ball. He's obsessed with it. He doesn't let it go. He sleeps with it. He walks around with it in his mouth. It's really cute. He will not put it down. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's in New Jersey too. Let's see. From some suppliers, yes. Yeah, Target is one that they don't like resellers. So I was using Target when I first started drop shipping as well, or a few months in, and I got the Target Red Card, which gave you 5% off, which is great. But yeah, they didn't like it. They eventually banned the account as well, or they didn't let me ship to multiple addresses. I forget what it was. Yeah. I do like that, Jay. You deserve it, Jay. The ultimate troll. I think I'm going to make a video about this because I did look into this. I did try some things. So that is a video. I'm going to write that down. That I think I already have on my list. Because I do want to talk about my experience about it. I think it's an okay to use as a backup. I haven't used it as a backup in a long time, but you know, you should be able to get away with every once in a while using them. Any of the ones that work with AutoDS, they're going to be fine. They're going to be great. Ricardo, I'm from Hollywood, Florida. What's up, Ricardo? My question is, does your course walk me step by step? Yes. So one of the reasons I created the course is because at the time there was no, as Renee from Cupcake Trainings calls it, click-by-click course. There's a lot of courses out there on different subjects where they talk very generally and broad about a subject without actually getting in and showing you literally what to click. So that's how I designed the course. Literally say click here and you click there. I say click here and you click there. And yeah, that's how I designed it and that's what it does. So it is step by step. They use Zeek Analytics, yeah. Oh, I just saw a super chat, so I'm gonna have to skip down and check out what that is, and then I'll scroll back up. Nice, thanks Jay for the $1 super chat, appreciate that. Yes, that was the one I was talking about. Another one. He's just gonna spam with $1 super chats now. All right, now I can scroll back up. Where did I leave off? All right. Can I buy from eBay and Amazon and ship them to multiple addresses? So you can do that in different orders. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I know people dropship from eBay generally advise against it. You know, as long as they have good feedback, the person you're buying from, it should be fine. But yeah, you don't always know who you're buying from like you would on Amazon. And when I mean that, I mean when you're buying from Amazon and actually buying from Amazon, not from a seller on Amazon. Let's see. Sean says, yes, I have crypto too. Oops, what happened to it? Just Bitcoin and Ethereum. Those are just side hustles besides dropshipping. I use Bitcoin to transfer funds under the rate. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have put this on the screen. It should be under module 9, I believe. Okay. I'm getting a lot of super chats from Jay right now. So I got to scroll down and check them out. And then we'll get to the comments. So Jay just dropped 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, $7 in just $1 super chats. Jay, you're gonna make my my accountant very upset. This is gonna make my tax planning very difficult. All these $1 super chats. Another one here from Noah. Whoa, Noah, thanks so much, man. $10. Looking forward to the new content in 2021. And $1.99 from Lawrence. Thoughts on Walmart Plus? I'll answer that in 1 second. Thanks, Noah, again for the $10. Looking forward to your content as well. Again, if you guys have not checked out Noah's channel, you're on my channel because you love learning about e-commerce. So check out his channel as well. He talks about the same stuff. Thanks, Carlos, for this. So Walmart Plus, I originally was not a fan of it because they had a lot of issues with tracking numbers, but now they actually are providing tracking numbers for a lot of the orders. So I'm cautiously optimistic about it. I didn't want to start using them during Q4 because I didn't want to take that risk, but I will be using them in January because it'll be a lot more relaxed selling time. So I'll be doing that. Yeah, and giving my full review on it. But basically, I just didn't want to risk it during Q4. All right, now I'm totally lost in the chat where I left off. Sometimes the course is too slow because it's step by step. I understand that. My kind of philosophy was I'll make it a little bit on the slower side because in the course you can always speed up the videos. There is an option for that at 1 1/4, 1.5, 2x. And I try to make the videos shorter. I try to keep all the videos under 5 minutes. So you can easily say, okay, I only need this quick bit of information and I don't need this other stuff. So just watch that one video and then go on to the next one. So that's kind of how I designed it. Paul, did you guys sell the van? We did sell the van. This van is gone. We're getting a new one in a few weeks. So you'll see a new background towards the end of January. All right. Okay, super chat. Because Jay is crazy, that's why. For dropshipping, you just need a Chromebook. Like that's the cheapest thing. That's all you need, and that's fine. That's fine. Whoa, $11 super chat from Jay. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. I gotta find something good to do with this money. Maybe I'll just, so we got 11. So this is 21, 23, and however many we got from Jay. So I think we're up to like $30. I think I might tip a waiter $30. Oh, $40, I guess. Thanks, Jenny. I really appreciate it. For those of you who don't know Jenny, she runs a company, Spot and Paste, which has been really helpful for me recently when I started doing Facebook dropshipping. So I've already used Spot and Paste for eBay and Amazon dropshipping because it allows you to quickly copy addresses from eBay, from Amazon, and paste them onto your supplier's website. So it saves you a ton of time. And I was really excited to see, I didn't know this, but when I logged into Facebook for my first order, I saw I could copy it with Spot and Paste. I was like, no way, Spot and Paste works with Facebook Marketplace as well. So that was really exciting. So thank you, Jenny, for being forward thinking with that. Really appreciate that. And I appreciate the super chat. Yeah, so like I said, this is a problem. This is probably the biggest problem, but there are some ways around it, some things we can do. And like I said, it's so easy to turn sales off and on that you can kind of wait for things to catch up. A bigger van, actually a smaller van, if you could believe it or not. But remember what I said before at the beginning, one of my goals, one of the things I'm kind of focused on more is minimalism. And so I like this van. It's very minimalistic and kind of fits our vibe a lot. You guys will get a good look at it. $10. That's so funny. Oh, right. I knew you guys were on Walmart. I assumed you guys were on Etsy. Yeah, so if you sell on any platform, they work with it. Yeah, so I made videos about this. You should really watch those videos because it really breaks it down how much money you'll need. But you can start out with very little on eBay. And because all the major costs, like the cost of the item, the shipping, the sales tax, the fees, those are all built into the price of the item. So you're not going to really lose money, but you do need a credit card when you start out, just like you do with Facebook. I'll drop it in the chat here. That's my link, or you could just go to, that is my affiliate link, or if you don't want to use that, you could just go to spotandpaste.net, or just Google Spot and Paste. Let's see. I use Walmart. I use primarily Walmart and Amazon for Facebook right now. Bye, Maxine. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for the great comments. I'm about to wrap it up anyway. Thanks, Jenny. Appreciate it. Thanks, Jay. Appreciate it. Thanks for the super chats. Yeah. Cool. All right, so we're gonna close it out today. Hope you guys enjoy this video. I talked about my goals, talked about how 2021's, what my plans are for that, and talked about goal setting. And thanks everyone for the super chats. Really appreciate it. Noah, Jay, Jenny, and I'm missing one. And Lawrence. So thank you guys for the super chats. I appreciate it. I'll put those to good use. And yeah, if you guys want to make sure you don't miss the next live stream, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Hit that little bell notification from your phone so you get alerted when I go live. And I'll be, like I said, a lot of you guys are interested in Facebook dropshipping. I'll be making a lot of content about that over the next few weeks. So definitely make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on that. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.